Hi, I am KB with the Beat. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Let me tell you, I have actually really enjoyed A Train's evolution over the past two seasons specifically.
Mm.
And this season has been crazy. I have not seen the finale. I have seen the first seven though.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
let's
Yeah,
get into it.
okay. Yeah, let's get there.
So listen, A Train hates the deep so much. It's so wild how the deep just doesn't even register the fact that A Train really does not mess with him. And so it's funny because in episode seven, everything goes down. A Train has been towing the line, being the CI,
Mhm.
and he outs himself as the lead because he comes to save, the boys in their time of need. And he
Yeah.
finally goes head to head with the deep. Why
Yeah.
do you think that A Train holds back and hesitates from actually killing him?
Ooh, I don't think that at that moment, I don't think he had ran through those options in his head. You know what I mean? He sort of just reacted, and he knows that killing another member of the seven puts him at the top of the list. He's already on the list, but being at the top of the list isn't necessarily where he wants to be. He's still trying to figure out what that exit strategy is like. And the last thing that you want to do is just take a shot at the president if you're trying to escape the country. You might just, well, maybe I wouldn't call the deep the president, that would be more Homelander, but even still, just a member of the seven just puts you at, target number one. So I think he just wanted to do what he felt like was right in the moment and then get the heck out of there, and not have to worry about everybody being on his back. He still has to formulate his plan a little bit. I don't think he's quite figured it out at that time.
Okay. I like that you said that. He's trying to do what's right in the moment. And that really kind of feels like the crux of his storyline this season. Like
Mm,
some of my favorite scenes this season are between A Train and MM, and how
hmm.
they have just kind of very candid and real conversations about how they can't get off this hamster wheel, even if they really wanted to. So going into the finale, like how do you think that MM and A Train will continue to rely on each other? Because we see in episode seven that MM really not only has his back, I mean, he literally shoots up Noir for A Train. And it
Right.
seems like A Train is really kind of looking to MM for guidance on how to not necessarily be the good guy, but just
Yeah.
be a better guy?
Right. Yeah. MM definitely, expresses from the moment that they had that first meetup was, um, I can show you how to do this, in the way that I know you've been wanting to do it. Like I can tell, I can see it, I see myself in you. And if you're looking for a way out, I can be that scapegoat. But at the same time, the seven can't really trust the boys. They've been backstabbing and cutting each other's throats for so long. Hearing those words, goes in one ear and out the other, because at any moment he can flip them and use them to progress his team forward. MM can, and A Train can do the same thing. So it's a very untrustworthy scenario to be in. But I think that eventually A Train does start to trust him a little bit, and he does start to look to him just to see, like, am I on the right side of the fence here, or am I sort of still teetering the line and leaning back in the wrong direction? And I just think that MM has a look that he can give him that just sort of justifies what he's doing, or make him feel guilty about not doing the right thing. Going forward, I'm gonna be. I mean, and this is gonna be later when it comes out. But even I don't know.
You like, man, I truly have no clue.
I honestly don't. I have no clue.
Oh my gosh. Listen, you're killing me. You're killing me. But honestly, it's probably because Eric likes to keep things under wraps, I feel like.
Eric keeps it so under wraps that we don't even find out in the finale. You'll see.
Oh my gosh. Listen, okay, what we do find out though is that Ashley bails on her plan, which
Oh,
everyone knew was coming because she bails on her plans all the
she,
time.
she's not the strongest. Yeah.
Right, right. But I do appreciate that she told A Train, or she reminded A Train to remove his chip.
Yeah.
So now that the world is kind of his oyster, but
Mhm.
is it though? Because he still has the target on his back from Homelander. But you know
Right.
what I mean. Now that he can move about freely,
Yeah.
where would you like him to be? You know, she was like, "Let's go to Europe," but like, where would you want A Train to be?
I think, no pun intended. I think just on the run is sort of what is what yeah, right. Like yeah, can't stop running. But I think on the run is sort of where he will end up. I don't think that there's one specific place that he would like to be. Somewhere that reminds him of home would probably be nice, but that would be the first place that they would come looking for him. So if he's smart, he wouldn't stay too long in one place at all. Um, the chip is only a small part of it.
Mhm.
They have a whole analytics team who can find you the same way that the CIA can, so it's like it's not a good position to be in.
Listen, if Vought wants to find you, they will. You are right about that. They will go through every length and measure possible to find you. So
Legal, yeah, they'll get to you for sure.
listen, I'm sending thoughts and prayers to A Train going into the finale because truly, like, he's gonna need it. Okay. Well, thank you so much for taking time to chat with the B. I really appreciate it. I truly cannot wait to see it. And here's the thing. I'm rooting for since I haven't seen the finale, I'm rooting for you to survive it first because I'm like, okay, I hope that A Train lives. And then with season 5 being the final season, I hope that your character gets the justice and due that he deserves because he's been on quite the journey, but I like this path that he's going down now.
Thank you, KB. I hope so too.
Yes, thank you. Well, have a great day.
Yeah, you too.